Hello and welcome to our analysis of three different consumption campaigns and how it relates to individual consumption experiences. We're going to look at three very influential promotions occurring in New Zealand right now and how it affects individuals' choice of consumption. We have found that these three promotions can drastically increase consumption habits.
The three consumption experiences we have chosen to analyse are the reintroduction of both McDonald's Monopoly and the Weet-Bix Stat Attack cards, as well as the Otago University Goodie Rewards system. We will analyse random individuals' consumption experiences and how they have been affected by these promotions.
After a 12-year break, Weet-Bix have reintroduced the Stack Attack game for the 2019 Rugby World Cup, allowing Kiwi kids to feel closer to their All Black heroes once again. Stack Attack works by the consumer receiving a few All Blacks playing cards in each box of Weet-Bix cereal they purchase, then being able to match cards statistics against their friend's collection. Although this concept is a healthy and social interactive promotion, it does drive consumption habits to increase as purchases. For most of the parts, parents. Their parents are subject to their children's pester power. Consumption habits change as consumers demand and increased amounts of Weet-Bix boxes in order to gather the better Stack Attack collection. This campaign persuades consumers to increase their level of consumption due to the competitive and rewarding nature of the game.
The Monopoly game is here. Get that peeling feeling with Suzuki Vitaras, Oz sale gift vouchers, and millions more prizes.
On the other hand, McDonald's Monopoly is a concept where the consumer buys certain marked items at McDonald's that have Monopoly tickets stuck to them, with four potential outcomes: no win, instant win, chance card, or collector win. McDonald's claims that around 1 in 5 Monopoly marked food items will foster a prize of some sort. The McDonald's Monopoly campaign is extremely beneficial to the brand in terms of being able to offer consumption habits, increasing customer engagement. But it is also very lucrative for other brands to partner with the campaign, e.g. Suzuki giving away scooters, Caltex giving away free fuel vouchers, or hotels like Wyndham giving away accommodation vouchers.
However, the McDonald's campaign also targets young, vulnerable children, encouraging them to increase their consumption of unhealthy fast food in an inhumane manner. This links us to operant conditioning, which is becoming more commonly used within campaigns, and how they affect the behaviour of individuals, especially vulnerable children.
Whoa! Instant win!
Instant win.
However, the McDonald's campaign also targets young, vulnerable children, encouraging them to increase their consumption of unhealthy fast food in an inhumane manner. This links us to operant conditioning, which is becoming more commonly used within campaigns, and how they affect the behaviour of individuals, especially vulnerable children.
Two main views describe this link. Firstly, advertising influences one's choice of food preference and teaches vulnerable children to be passive intakers. These factors presented through digital content has enabled young vulnerable children to learn vigorously that consuming food of poor nutritional value is fun, rewarding, and has no negative consequences, even if their parents don't provide the food. Positive reinforcement from the operant conditioning theory can be seen in clarity through the McDonald's Monopoly promotions. Positive reinforcement is described by American psychologist B.F. Skinner as when behaviour is strengthened by providing rewards for certain behaviour, meaning that the behaviour will more likely be repeated.
Operant conditioning is a method of learning that occurs through rewards and punishments for behaviour. Through operant conditioning, an individual makes an association between a particular behaviour and a consequence. In this case, McDonald's positive reinforcers are the Monopoly prize they distribute in exchange for purchase. Through these reinforcers, McDonald's are able to increase consumption and change one's behaviour, which encourages future repeated purchases. The prizes and chances to win are 1 in 5, most of the time being a free item at the least. This action of positive reinforcement, as stated by Skinner, creates a behavioural response to ensure repetition of purchase. Furthermore, as seen in the Weet-Bix Stat Attack, individuals are more inclined to purchase Weet-Bix cereal over any other cereal on the market, purely due to the behavioural response created by the reinforcement of the rugby cards.
We have chosen McDonald's and Weet-Bix as two campaigns using similar approaches, however on a very different end of the spectrum. McDonald's is an unhealthy fast food chain, that targets specifically vulnerable kids and low-class workers, and gets them hooked in their campaign for free food and the chance to win big. This is not morally okay. Children and low-class workers have seen a drastic rise in consumption levels of unhealthy food. Child obesity is a significant problem throughout many countries, including New Zealand. Obesity is described as an abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair health. And according to research, 1 in 8 children in New Zealand aged 2 to 14 years old are obese. With an increase in total child obesity from 8% in 2007 to 12% in 2018, Hoffman reveals that New Zealand has the third highest obesity rate in the OECD for children.
On the other hand, results from a systematic review of international evidence find that food advertising does cause pestering by children, and results in parents buying less healthy products that are associated with obesity. However, also, Weet-Bix is in fact a very nutritious and health-conscious meal option that supports one's dietary needs, and even if it is successfully consumed, it is still okay. Operant conditioning is morally acceptable in this case, as it does not harm the individual's health purely for the gain of excessive purchasing and consumption for the company.
George, do you feel like your consumption experiences with McDonald's Monopoly are a bit exploitive?
Yeah, definitely, actually. Looking back on the items that they give the prizes for, it's not the value meals, it's more like the more expensive meals, so they're definitely making you spend a little bit more just for that added bonus of getting free food. But yeah.
Do you think McDonald's Monopoly has changed your consumption habits?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely changed my consumption habits, because I used to go to McDonald's maybe once or twice a week, just get like lunch or dinner or something. But now that there's free prizes and potential bigger prizes to be won, I feel like I'm going back there a lot more, trying to chase the big prizes.
So with all this taken into consideration, do you think McDonald's Monopoly is fully ethical?
I can definitely see how it wouldn't be fully ethical. Like you said before, it's an element of operant conditioning, so the end goal is just to make new customers, get people to spend more, and more uneducated people might think that McDonald's is doing them a service by offering them free prizes, but the end thing is just to increase revenues and make new customers.
Due to McDonald's positive reinforcing behaviours, how likely are you to return to the restaurant?
Oh, I think I definitely return if I won a prize, or even one of the segments of like a 1 in 4 to win a bigger prize. It's so close. I mean, it's like a 5-minute walk from 2-minute walk from my house. So I'll definitely go back and claim my prizes. Yeah.
The Otago University Goodie Reward system encourages spending at the university instead of outside. This different style is acceptable as it doesn't promote unhealthy and morally unacceptable marketing. People have had enjoyable consumption experiences with the university goodie system. A goodie system is a form of operant conditioning. Although it doesn't directly target individuals through a campaign, it is a running system of creating brand loyalty and incentive to repurchase. By gathering a point system at all collaborative university stores, individuals of all walks of life are incentivized to buy more, purely to gain enough points for free coffee or food. This style of operant conditioning creates a stimulus by earning a prize which is followed by a response of repurchase. Goodie also uses variable ratio reinforcement to incentivize individuals to increase consumption. For example, an email stating you have 80 points and need 100 to get a free coffee or frankly. Individuals are vulnerable and perceive this as getting free food. However, they are really spending an extra $30 and increasing consumption in order to get a benefit or reward. This is morally right as it doesn't directly target individuals to purchase unhealthy food, but merely spend more and increase consumption of their choice.
In this assignment, we analysed 3 different consumption experiences in McDonald's Monopoly, Weet-Bix Stat Attack, and lastly, Goodie. We investigated many different consumer opinions and gained insights into how people felt their consumption behaviour had been altered through different styles of promotional tactics. Through delving further than just face value, the consumers we talked to realised that they were being exposed to varying levels of operant conditioning, some of them even feeling that they were exploited. Through critically analysing these different campaigns, we can see that companies like McDonald's capitalise on consumers by using phrases like "we're giving away" or "come in and win" to encourage them to increase their spending. In saying that, the consumers we interviewed did not feel that the Weet-Bix Stat Attack and Goodie were as misleading. The consumers felt more comfortable with Weet-Bix as it is encouraging both healthy eating as well as embracing a cultural push for the Rugby World Cup this year. As with Goody, it provided convenience and a reward system that can be utilised in a number of different ways.